G'day guys, it's Trav here from Neighbourhood. Have you ever wanted to create a form in HubSpot but just don't really know how to get started and where to look? Well, you're in luck today because I'm going to take you through how to create a form in HubSpot and some pretty other cool features that we've got in there. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe because we've got a bunch of HubSpot information here that we can help you out with. Second to that, every single part that we do in this HubSpot How To, we've got it in a PDF version as well, so you can download it. That is also in the description below, but let's get started. So we are in our HubSpot account and we are going to dive into it. So let's go to marketing. Let's go down to lead capture and then go to forms. So here we are in the forms editor and we're gonna go and create a contact form for our website. So to get started, we're just gonna click on the orange button on create a form. And in this instance, we're going to want to create an embedded form because this form is embedded on our website. There are various other options like standalone pages, pop-ups, drop-down banners. They're the ones that you see pop up on your website. But in this instance, we just want the embedded form. So we're gonna get started. As we go through, HubSpot has very nicely give us some templates down the left-hand side, of which one of them is a contact page. So we're gonna utilize that and it's given us a bit of a view of what that looks like and click on start. If you wanna create a form just on its own, you can create the blank template by clicking there. So we're gonna click on start. And as we go through, it has provided us a template for our contact page. Now in this scenario, I kind of just want to show you around and what that looks like so that you get a really good idea. On the left-hand side, you've got some frequently used properties. In this instance, it's properties that people use day to day, and you can see things like company name, mobile phone number, country, etc. If you're looking for other ones that you want, like straight out of the packet for what HubSpot has, you can just bring that down and click on contact properties. And there's a bunch of ones there that come straight out of the platform without customizing it. If you do create custom properties, they'll also be in there as well. So in this instance, I'm pretty happy with what I've got there, but I want to rearrange a few things. So if you hover over a property, you'll see a blue bar. You can go and drop up and you can just move them around however you need be. If you want to compress them a little bit, you can just grab that blue bar, move it to the right, and then it looks a little bit more compact. In this instance, I want to add a mobile phone number as well. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to go to the frequently used because I did see that before, and I'm going to drag that across and I'm going to put it beside email. Now I don't want a privacy policy on my form, so I'm going to press the bin and there we go. So you might see that little star next to email. That means that it's required. That means you cannot proceed any further until you put information in that cell. But for my contact page, I'm gonna wanna know their first name. I'm gonna wanna know their mobile phone number. And also I want them to leave a message. So I'm gonna hover over these properties, click on more and make required. And I'm gonna do them for the other ones as well. So they have to fill out that information. Last name, I'm not really that fast, so it doesn't really matter. There you go, I've pretty much got my form ready to rock and roll to go on my contact page. But before I go, naming conventions for forms is super important. You don't want the name of it, which is at the top here, new contact us form, 25th of March 2020. So what I'm gonna do, because we're Neighbourhood, I'm gonna put NBH website, and I'm gonna put contact page form. Now, you can have a think about it if you start creating heaps and heaps and heaps of forms. You want to make sure your naming conventions are spot on here. So, moving through, if we click on options, it's going to give us a few options on what to do when the form is submitted. In this instance, it's going to display a thank you message saying, thank you for submitting the form. In some cases, I might want to redirect to a different page or a thank you page. But in this instance, I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you for submitting the form. Someone will be in touch with you shortly. Nice. Now, underneath it, follow-up options, send submission email notifications to the contact owner. Of course, the worst thing you want to do is have people submit contact forms and you just not be notified of it. So I'm going to click on the tick there as well. The form error messages are in English and I can add a link to reset the form or pre-populate with known fields. I want to keep that all on. Style and preview. Now, this is where I'm able to create the different designs and I'll be able to sort of like create different fonts and different colors. Now you can go through, click on style here and update what this looks like and you can test it out. Worst case scenario, if you have got a developer on board, you can just set it as raw HTML and then they can go ahead and make it look all good for you as well. They've got something in beta at the moment that will allow you to do some automation on a form submission, and there are some recommendations there. So send an email after a form submission. Now, if you've got Marketing Pro, you're able to utilize these. You can click on this and it will go ahead and create a workflow. I do believe now with Starter, it will let you send one response email to that as well. Very, very easy. You can also see here that we're going to send an internal notification to my personal email address, so I get that notification. I've made that mistake before. Make sure you put that email address in there as well. And we can create a new contact for each new message. I'm happy with that. It's going to create or update wherever need be. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on update, and there's no warnings, and I'm going to publish that. So now I've got my JavaScript code. Now, in order to get this onto your website, you will need a web developer, or you can simply attach it. If you've got a HubSpot website, you can simply attach that form to your website. And it's pretty much that easy to create the form. You can create forms as long or as short as you want to capture that information, whether it's being for a contact page or whether it's a sales rep that's using it to collect information about a sale. It's really, really that easy. One thing to keep in mind is that once the form is in its position, you can go back into that form and edit it, and it will automatically update wherever it lives. And there you have it, all you need to know about creating forms in HubSpot. If you're keen to really make the most out of your HubSpot investment, Neighbourhood offers a step-by-step course covering marketing, sales, service, CMS, and operations hub in complete depth, ensuring you and your team are best serving your customers while offering efficient internal processes. We'll include a link in the description below. As well, if you've gained value from this video and you're keen to learn more about HubSpot, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget, if you're after a PDF version of this for later on, or you're passing it on to a mate in need, we'll include a link in the description below as well. Thanks guys, and happy HubSpotting.